I wasn't supposed to be part of that night. That's the first thing I need to say, because even now I replay it over and over. Like there was a version where I just stayed upstairs, kept the door closed, pretended I didn't hear anything. But that's not what happened. I heard everything. It started like a normal Friday, the kind that feels routine in a suburban house where nothing dramatic is supposed to happen. My husband, Mark, was out of town for work, Chicago, I think, and the house felt quieter than usual. Too quiet. It was just me and his son, Tyler. Tyler had just turned 19 a few months before. College freshman, home for the weekend, still figuring himself out. He wasn't a kid anymore, but there were moments where he still moved through the house like he didn't quite know where he belonged. I'd been in his life for 5 years by then. Not his mom, never trying to be, but more than just Dad's wife, somewhere in that blurry middle. We got along. That's what made everything worse. That night, I was in the kitchen cleaning up after dinner, rinsing dishes, when he came in and leaned against the counter like he always did. Hoodie, messy hair, that restless energy he had when something was on his mind. "Hey," he said, kind of casual, but not really. I glanced at him. "Hey, you good?" He hesitated, then laughed a little. "Yeah, maybe not." That should have been my cue to keep things light, keep things distant, but I didn't. "What's up?" He scratched the back of his neck, looking down at the floor like he was debating whether to say it. "I've got a girl coming over tonight." I smiled automatically. "Okay, that's normal." "Yeah, but it's not just like hanging out." There was something in his voice that made me pause. Not excitement. Nerves. Real nerves. "Oh," I said, softer now. "First time?" He nodded, barely. I don't know why my chest tightened the way it did. It wasn't my place to feel anything about that. He was an adult. It was his life. But standing there in that quiet kitchen, it suddenly felt like the house was holding its breath. "You okay with that?" I asked. He let out a breath. "Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing." I laughed, trying to keep it normal. "No one does the first time. That's kind of the whole thing." "Yeah, but..." He looked at me then. Really looked at me. "What if I mess it up?" There was something raw in that question. Not just about sex. About confidence. About being enough. And for a second, I forgot all the lines that should have been there. "You're not going to mess it up," I said. "Just don't overthink it. Be honest. Pay attention to her. That matters more than anything." He nodded slowly, like he was absorbing every word. "Thanks," he said. "I just didn't know who else to ask." That should have been the end of it. Just a conversation. Harmless.